Today we got 5 traits that Aidan Hutchinson does really, really well. If you want to see the full film session, I broke down the entire Penn State and Washington games. Y'all go to my Patreon, patreon.com/vochlombardi to get those full-length film sessions. And, you know, the more film I get, the more we'll be watching Aidan Hutchinson until draft time. So come over there and join, and let's get busy with draft season. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're looking at Aidan Hutchinson, like I said, defensive end from Michigan. We're going to talk about these 5 things that I like, and we'll have a discussion about some things that I don't like later on. But right now, Aidan Hutchinson, first of all, has a lot of bowling ball energy, but there's this one thing right here that really jumps off of his film, man. I love technique. I love the usage of his hands. When you get to the National Football League, they're going to put all kind of peanut butter and creatine and stuff in you to make you big and strong anyway. So if you're going to be impactful year one where everybody else is big and strong, it takes some technique, and this is a fantastic display of it. We're going to get some good patience coming off the ball here to get control of those wrists. Now, if I'm Aidan Hutchinson and I'm already better than you, and I'm elite, and I'm big, and I'm strong, and I got control of your wrist, I mean, what else do you do besides get whooped? We even have a running back in the backfield that's going to sacrifice himself to the draft guys just so Aidan Hutchinson can make an impact play. Nasty. I've watched a lot of Aidan Hutchinson in passing, whether it be the Ohio State games, and then we got the playoff games coming up later on today or whatnot. But just one thing that you really notice about him without watching him too close, he's a really good tear shit up guy. And, you know, when you get to the league, there's always room for tear shit up guys, right? You know, I mean, yes, there's the guys that you need for your technique or whatever, but just guys you could just line up and wreck a game. He does this. And then he has the ability to go be technical. Then he has the ability to, you know, play both run and pass, or to just do whatever he wants to do. He has a lot of things he can do. I don't think his coaching staff did him many favors in terms of like optimizing what he does, but just lining him up, telling him go, and hoping that he makes a play. Nine times out of 10, he's gonna make a play. Let's take a look at this though. All right, so how about this? Watch this. Last play, we saw Aidan Hutchinson being chaotic, tear shit up guy, chasing a run from backside. Now we need you to be more technical, more assignment driven. If you're going to be the play side defensive end, then you're going to need to set the edge, sir. And when you watch the film on over at patreon.com/vochlombardi, when we were watching the film, we didn't see Aidan Hutchinson go backwards very much at all. So if he's going to win with like natural power, with arm length and things like that, if you don't have proper arm length, he's going to set the edge against you every single time. As long as he keep his knees bent, keep his butt low, you know, stay stronger than you, arm length his way out of this thing, he's going to make a lot of play side tackles versus the run, simply because he's set edge guy. So check this one out right here. And I'm going to use this play to kind of segue into something that I didn't like about Aidan Hutchinson's usage or whatnot. And if you're watching this video, you're probably a draft fan, or whatever team just drafted Aidan Hutchinson. You've come to get some information about him. But we run into this problem every year when, you know, we're watching film, and we're always going to dislike how a coaching staff uses a player in particular, right? And there's nothing that we're going to use to count against the player, but it's just a lot of things that we just wish was better. When I watch Aidan Hutchinson, they rush him very wide, like he's a typical outside stand-up linebacker type pass rush. I don't like that. If I was to use Aidan Hutchinson, I would use him as always hand in the dirt guy, whether that be an odd front, you know, 3-3-3-4, whatever, or if it's an even front, right? So what they do is they get super wide with his alignment, man. Check this out, bro. And you know, like I said, man, this don't make me too sick, but it makes me a little bit. Why do we have Aidan Hutchinson rushing from this wide, right? Like look at how much space is between Aidan and the right tackle. If I'm using Aidan, I want him to get as close to the ops as I could possibly get him, because you know he's gonna take somebody's lunch money as soon as he touches them. As soon as he lays hands on somebody, they're gonna obliterate from the inside out. So why give them this much space to adjust and read and react to you, right? Let's just look at how long it takes for Aidan to get hands on this dude, right? It takes a long time, right? And the good thing I was going to say about Aidan on this play is he has the ability to transition from speed to rush. So first of all, I don't want Aidan rush with a whole bunch of speed anyway. He's not the guy that I want to try to capture the edge. He's the guy that I want to use hands, manipulate, you know, body parts in terms of grabbing hands and wrists and arms and things like that. And I want him to be a power dude. I don't need you to be like a super bendy Kayvon Thibodeau, we'll watch him later type guy, right? I want you to destroy people. And all this space between you and the ops, it's just more time for a NFL level quarterback to get rid of football. It's not a slight against Aidan. I just don't like how he's being used right here. Let's see. That was 1,002. That's 1,002 before I get to touch you and explode. This right tackle's about to explode. He exploded. He just exploded. But he could have exploded faster if he just cut down the splits from the right tackle. But let me show you this example though. Watch this. Y'all ready? Watch this. This is what I like. This is what gives us wet dreams. I can't get no sleep thinking about this. Aidan Hutchinson is not a sniper rifle. He is a shotgun. He is a Benelli shotgun, ladies and gentlemen. I want you at close range. This is what I need in my life. This is what I need in my life. Let's not get cute. I know he's the best player on your defense right now. I feel you. But let's not try to make him into something that he's not. What I really respected about the Texans and what they did with JJ Watt, and I don't do player comparisons or whatever, but what I really liked about him is that they realized that as soon as JJ Watt touched somebody, they exploded. Let's put him head up on these tackles. Let's make him a sometimes 3-tech guy, and let's just let him fly and explode people. And JJ Watt has been many defensive player of the year type character guys or whatever because he was used properly. I'm not saying Aidan Hutchinson wouldn't be good as an outside linebacker. I'd hate it. I'm not saying that he wouldn't be good as a wide 9 type character. I would hate it. But what I would love from Aidan Hutchinson is to be a 3-4, 4-eye, 5-tech type character. Sometimes if you want to play him at 4-3-N, you rush him from B gap sometimes in like nickel situations or whatever, to where, you know, you just put him over guys and just let him explode people. That puts the nipple on the titty. That puts the satin on the panties when we talking about Aidan Hutchinson, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness. But besides that, though, it's not a whole bunch to dislike about Aidan Hutchinson. You know, if you want to really nitpick some things, and sometimes we have to nitpick some things because a lot of, you know, things that are going to happen in this situation. Shouts out to Everything King. He does some Lions content on YouTube. Go over there, check him out. But he hit my DMs and he asked me, man. He was like, "Hey, man, you know, we looking at Aidan Hutchinson or Kayvon Thibodeau?" And the correct answer is, I don't know. It depends on how they're used. It depends on, you know, the smallest of things. So when you hear us, you know, nitpicking things, we're not saying that somebody's terrible because of X, Y, and Z. We're just saying that if I had to differentiate between you being the 2nd overall pick and the 3rd overall pick, I might just have to come to these small level of details, right? So what I like about Aidan Hutchinson, bro, you know, speed to power to speed if you want to, whatever, active hands, tear shit up guy, strong, line me up, let me fly type dude. Like, he's gonna be one of those top tier dudes in your defense, and he's gonna, you know, like if you're the Lions and you want to build around McNeil and Onwuzurike, I think I said his name like Levi Onwuzurike from Washington last year, and you want to draft the Aidan Hutchinson to build like a super D line for the next 4 years, do your thing. Wouldn't have a problem with that. I would love to do it. What don't I like about Aidan Hutchinson? I saw him jogging a little bit. If I had to nitpick, he will get a little lazy sometimes. But you get that when, you know, you see players that are the best player on the field. You know, sometimes they get a little lazy with the catch. Chase Young did that a bunch last year. But you know, besides jogging around a little bit, and you know, I think as long as Aidan Hutchinson is used correctly, you shouldn't have any problems with that dude on your team. What's the next film session? I don't know. You're going to have to subscribe and find out. I'm Voch Lombardi. Follow me on Twitter, VOCHLOMBARDI. And this is only 5 plays. If you want to see the long situation, the long film that I watched to get to this conclusion, patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. And we're going to rewatch Aidan Hutchinson when we get more film on him. So, and we got a championship game tonight. So all those games are going to be fun to break down. Peace, y'all. Till next time.